of all, thanking you, all of you, for being here in this series of the review of the 12 systems with Barbara and I. We're going to do today Libra sign and the immune system. And we're going to start with Barbara.
Here we are, 12 system. We are in the halfway of this 12 systems. This is the number 7, the Libra constellation and the immune system, following Matias' tool. And I'm going to open now with the prayer. This is a Lakota prayer, and this is what it's like saying namaste, recognizing the other in us and the relationship and all the relationship. Mitakuyease, aho mitakuyease is like saying namaste in the Lakota nation. And when you enter to the ceremony, to the sweat lodge, this is you asking permission and acknowledging that you are entering to the prayer, to the service, to the healing, in conscious that you are one, that you are reflecting in the other, and take it to the astrology, meaning exactly what Libra is the reflection, is the mirror, is the unity. So aho mitakuyease, it means to honor the union with the spirit, with oneself, with the other people, with nature, the creator, and everything, because we have a relationship with our hair. We were talking before with Yoli. We have a relationship with our body. We have a relationship with money. We have a relationship with the food. So this is what the prayer means. I see everything is a reflection of me, of who I am, of what I choose, of what I don't choose. So this is the short prayer that we always say at Aho mitakuyease. It's like, I see you. I see myself. So here is the Libra with the immune system and all the system that we already went. And if I always put this one, because to see what is on the other side of the axis, you know that I always like to make both together. So Libra is the immune system and is part of the soul. Part of the chart is an air and is transcendence. And on the other side, the integration part is the reproduction. So those are related. And sorry if it's too loud there. Let me change. Okay. As I say, this picture is showing the part that we already work on. This is the personal, the hidden part. As you see, the roots that are under the soil. This is the part that we don't see, very, very personal, very unconscious, because the half path is to get more conscious in the body, in our senses, in our learning, in our family and feelings, in our creativity, and in ourselves, meaning the body and our limitations or who we are. So the part of the tree that you see that is the social, or is the community, or is the part that we see and we share and we use to sit under the tree, to get the fruits. Well, some fruits are in the roots, but that's another talk. So this is the part, and this is the half that we are sharing ourselves with others, and we are exposed. So this is personal, and this is social, and this is kind of a transpersonal part. Wait, this is the transpersonal part. And of course, being the 7th house here, that is Libra, we're going to be working with the first door. We're going to cross this door of the horizon, and we're going to enter to the world, to all the relationships. to ahometa que hace, to the namaste, I see you in me. And in the other side, that is the I am, we use the seventh house or the Libra as a reflection, as a projection of the stuff that we can see about us. Remember that we talk about the ascendant, who we are in the first house, and this part of the chart that is the stuff that we don't see. Like we need others to reflect us so we can know ourselves. And this is the basic of the immune system and related to Libra. Libra is relationships and is also this after, I'm going to go back to this one because we come from Virgo as integration. Virgo is discernment, is a mind, that was the air sign. So we learn here to organize and to put priorities and to select what's good and what is bad with the mind, with the discernment of the Virgo. So we come to the seventh house with the immune system and with the relationships, with the knowledge or with the conscious that we learn in Virgo, to being able to discern and select what is good and what is not good in us, and in others. Because the seventh house relationship is not just because like hanging there, the seventh house is relationship. It comes from the discernment of the Virgo. I am going to be able to choose consciously because I already work with my mind to get more knowledge, to be able to choose what's the best for me in the body, as an immune system, letting in what is going to defend me or what is going to serve me to fight for the good and for the bad, or is going to help me just let in what is good for me and let go what is bad. So it is related to the relationship and to the balance. What is good and what is not good for me, letting go. And that will bring the letting go that comes after, when we talk on next time we meet with the Scorpio. What the immune system is gonna say no, is gonna put a limit and defend or discern what is good and what is bad, is gonna be flashed out on the Scorpio. So this is how integrate. I cannot help it. So here we are with the Libra. This is the official presentation. Libra is the scale and is ruled by Venus. Venus is also the ruler of Taurus. The Taurus, being an earth sign, is more related with the stuff that make us feel or make us feel good or related to the senses. In the Venus, air is what makes us feel beautiful because it's air, it's in relationship. Harmony is Venus, feeling balance, feeling harmony. You can see that it's in relationship with others. We cross that line from the horizon and we get into relationships with the other, with our mirror. So this Venus is the one that is gonna help us using the values that we have in Taurus, but it's gonna be used to discern or find what is good for us and what is reflecting our best. Is the seventh house, like I say, is the sign, is the element air, and the key word is I balance or I relate. This one is I relating, but it's sometimes balance. Libra is the sign of harmony and relationship and a strive for balance between polarities. And this is everything we talk here, polarities or integration. Librans are known by their good taste, elegance, and charm. Fifi, that's you. Their natural mode of living is in partnership with others. They are concerned with issues of social justice and are natural diplomats. They might also struggle in making firm decisions. They are always trying to discern, using the Virgo, what is the best and what is to let go. And in that thinking, because remember that it's air, is going to be the dilemma, because if you see many posts or many things about Libra, they show they are not, they always doubt what they decide, or they are always, should I do this, should I do that, should I wear this, should I wear that. It's in their nature, but because they are always thinking on the pros and cons and what is going to have to be let go in the Scorpio, what is coming, and what is going to be the best for them. So it is a way of balance and finding what is good. The characteristics that I want you to remember is diplomat, graceful, peaceful, idealistic, hospitable, weakness, keyword, superficial, vain, because they are ruled by Venus. They want to have perfection and look beautiful and look harmonious, and that being used to get attention or to get to the other people. Libras are very, ¿cómo se dice coqueto? Like, they like to be pretty. I don't know the word in English.
Flirtatious.
Flirtations, yeah, they like to, have that spark that people look at them and you see that beauty, that balance, and that intrigue that Libras have. I have my brother and my sister are Libra, and I work with the Libra that is Fifi, and always the air signs get together and work together very easily, because they can flow and they can understand each other, kind of. Okay, I put this one for you to see again. Libra is the only one that is represented for an object. If you see, all the other signs are animals and people. Libra is the only one that is a scale. Why? Because it's representing a door, and it's representing the limit from the personal, the inner world, to the social, and to the only one that is going to mark values, because it's justice as the scale, is harmony, is balance. It represents characteristics of integration. So it is the scale for that. It's not an animal, it's not a person, it's an object. I don't know if you knew that, but I think it's very interesting. And here we are with the air. Again, it's mental, it's social, it's analytical. I'm repeating all this, so when we go to the chart, you know that when this Libra is in your house number 1, is in your house number 3, is in your house number 7, these characteristics of the Libra are going to be infused to that house. So, I don't know, I'm reading the chat. I don't know if it's a question or... So that's what I'm putting, the characteristics, so then you can remember and bring that info to the house that is in. Let me see. Okay, and here we talk about the triads or the trinities. Again, Libra is part of the air trinity, that is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. As air, these are evolutions, like all the elements. The first one brings a level that the next one is going to rise up and is going to include the one before. As a Gemini, is learning, is you use your mind, your air, to get information. And remember and use it as an association or like study or communication. Then the Libra is about sharing that information. sharing that information and finding in others that information. And relating, of course, the relationship is between the air, is between another, is flowing, is you have to be open and mutable to see others and to let others in. Then the Aquarius air is the one that is more quantum and is like the internet, is on the field and is universal and is sharing, because it's on the 11th house, is sharing with the community. It's like including all you know, all your social life into the community. And here is about the relationship aspect, because the 7th house is marriage, is relationship, is your partners that you can have as your spouse or co-workers, or like I say before, everything is a mirror. Everything is in relationship, like the one, like the Mitakwase or the Namaste, I see you in me. So this is very 7th and 1st house, because it's integrate your shadow or you will end up dating it. Meaning, if you don't work in your I am, in your yo soy, 1st house or 5th house of Leo, if you don't know who you are, if you don't accept who you are and work with that, what is coming as a relationship is going to bring that shadow. So integrate your shadow or you will end up dating it. That's showing up in your 7th house and sometimes in where Libra is, but normally in the house. And like I say, the universe is a giant mirror. Not only the 7th house or Libra is a mirror, the whole chart is a mirror. Deep feelings, Libra and the other one. I love you because you are the mirror that I choose to observe myself and grow. This is to connect. People are mirrors. What you see in others are more to do with you than them. This is for you to reflect. Wherever you go, there you are. Mirroring me and you. Mirroring is seeing yourself in others. This is more than the same. And here I'm going to go to the practical. Like I keep saying in the integration, the 1st house of the I am has the 7th house in it. And then the relationship aspect is going to talk about you, who you are, what is your ascendant, or what is your mode, or what is your tools that you're bringing into the relationships and into the mirror. I'm not going to go too deep. And here we go again to the axis. Aries, as you know, is the self. Libra is the other. Talking about 1st house, Aries, Libra, 7th house. And I'm talking about this. So when I go, there is one example in the chart that I want to show. I don't remember who is it. But now we're going to see in the chart, in the transit, that we are all having, we have so much in Aries. And it's going to affect, even we are not talking about Aries. We're talking about the other side of the axis. What's happening in Aries right now is affecting our area of Libra. So that's why I'm bringing this up, because right now the transits are in Aries, like a lot, it's like a bomb. So it is affecting our Libra. So Aries is the self, is war, as you know, what's happening. Libra is the peace, finding the balance, is a beauty, is independence, is grace, relationships, justice. And on the other axis, that is Aries, is the warrior, is impatient, is very active, is primal, is instinct. Remember, the Aries is not conscious. When you come to Earth, the 1st house or Aries is the area in your chart, or is the area where you focus more in the body, but without conscious. Is when the baby comes to Earth, separates from the mother, but it's like it has the functions, like the heart is working and the lungs are working, everything, but the baby, these are the automatic functions. The baby is not thinking, breathe, eat, or anything. It's a very unconscious function. So here we are, the Aries that is unconscious, and the Libra that is trying to bring the conscious up to the social level with love, with beauty, with justice, is the opposite. It's like it's trying their best to balance all the unconscious with the conscious that you got in all the 6 houses from Aries to Virgo. So Libra, why is the scale? What that's why is justice. That's what is harmony. It's like a task. It's trying hard to balance the unconscious part with the conscious that is coming to share with the world. So that's what is so important. Is many politicians are Libra. They try their best. It's not working. Okay. Aries represent the I, like I said before, yourself at the first place in your life, and Libra is about sharing, giving yourself to others. Both are the extreme. Both extremes can be damaging, meaning if you try to be too balanced, like being too balanced is being stubborn and is being more earth, like very stiff, very, yeah, stubborn. So, and then the other side, thinking in I, is also the other extreme, like thinking about yourself, very selfish, or thinking about others without limits. Because also, like you think about the immune system, this is about the other and about letting the other in or letting the other out. If you don't find the balance between that, it can be isolation, totally isolation, or totally no self-care, giving everything that you are to others. This success is about learning how to balance your connection with yourself and with others. Now, all this, what I say, we're going to bring it to the chart. That this is the part that sometimes is confusing, and that's the part the astrologers, like I always explain, is like making a shake or being a wine sommelier, that they can mix the flavors or they can say what the flavors are. You have Libra in the house of Scorpio, so you have to mix Libra and Scorpio. What happened? Then you have Libra in the first house. You have to mix the Libra and the Aries energy, that it can be contradictory. So that's what the astrology does. And here comes the technical part that I want you to always remember. We are mixing the houses that is always fixed with the signs that are moving around. So these two wheels, and this is the first reading that we have. Where do you have your Libra? So the signs are moving on top of the houses. This is the chart, the picture that we always use. The houses fixed and the signs here, the ones that are moving. Then you're going to go to your chart. This is the part that I want you to see your chart if you have it. In which house is the constellation of Libra? That's important because it's going to give you the connection and the mix of the two energies. If you have air in a sign of water, I always give this example because when I have a reading, sometimes it's difficult to connect. It's like talking under the water. What happens when you try to communicate under the water? Sometimes it's not clear. It feels like blah, 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 blah. So if you have your air, any air, it can be Gemini, it can be Libra, and it can be Aquarius. In a sign of water, you need to be present. The communication might come, or that energy might come not clear. It can be blah, 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 blah. So you need to pay attention to that because you're going to have to work on that energy. That's one example. Then How this constellation, this is what I just said, how the constellation, the house is related. Again, if you have the air in water, this happens. If you have air and fire, if you blow a candle, sometimes if the fire is small, you blow a candle, you just, the flame is gone. So again, you have to be conscious that if you have too much thinking, you can blow the fire or blow the flame of your willpower, that is the fire. So this is how you relate in your chart the Libra energy. You find your Libra and you see where is your Libra in the chart. And if you want to go deeper, you go to see which planets you have there. You might have Pluto, where the Libra is. There are so many. The generation, I was going to put the picture of the Pluto, but the generation of the 72 to the 80s, no, to the, I think 90s is the Pluto in Libra. And that's very important because many of us has that you're going to see it on the pictures that I put, is the transformation comes through Libra, meaning through relationships, through balance, to seeing ourselves, because always the other part of the axis is important. So if you have Pluto there, it's also affecting who you are. And Yoli, I use yours, the first one, to go to the practical. Let me see. So the first thing you do in your chart, you find the Libra. Here she has Libra. And which house is Libra? Is in the house 11. If you see, the houses never move, so this is what is moving. I have my Libra here, some people have Libra here, so it depends what time you were born. So it's in the house 11. What do? You know the Libra is balance, is love, is harmony, is select or see yourself in others. So you know the 11th house, you Yoli, is about groups, community, is about the future, and you mix those two energies. The harmony in communities, the values, because it's ruled by Venus, there are values. You find the harmony and the beauty, and you bring that energy to the groups and to your friendship, because the 11th house is also friendship. So you mix these two energies. What is Libra? What is the 11th house? And if you want to go deeper, for you, you have the North Node. That means you came to learn that energy. So the energy of Libra for you is your node, is your north. Remember, Matias always say, find your north. Is the North Node, and is the direction that your boat is going. Now he's talking about the boat, the direction your boat is taking. You came to learn how to use the harmony and the love and the beauty in friendships, in community. You gift. First you learn, because you have the North Node there. And then it's in conjunction of Venus, that is already the ruler of Libra. So you're going to be double. When you have two things that repeat, it's like more intense. It's like a double dip, it's more reinforcing the task. You came to learn how to harmonize and to give, because you learn and you use it. Whatever we are using, or relationships, the relationship aspect of Libra, it is going to be put in community. Now, I'm going to say something, because you also find what happened in the 7th house, because Libra is in the 11th house, but also you know that this is the house of Libra. This is the house of relationships. So what happened in here, is related also to relationships. It's complicated, it's too deep. And now, let me see, I want to zoom out. Like I said, with the integration of the two. If this is Libra in the 11th house, Yoli, you have Aries in the 5th house, in the I am. And it's funny and it's amazing because you know the Aries is I am and the 5th house is I am.
Yeah.
So for you, the self is very important and is very focused, but you came to learn that it's not only about yourself, you have self and self, double. So it can be too much. It can be all about me, but you came to learn how to put the balance, Libra, into the community and into see other people. And also you have the moon here. The 7th house, this is also the mirror house. The 7th house is a mirror. So you connect the 1st house, the 7th house, as is Aries and Libra, and then you connect Libra and Aries as well. Right now, for all in the planet, because that's called transits and it's the sky, the picture of the sky today, we see that a lot of energy is happening in Aries. What does that mean? Whatever you have in your Libra area, for Yoli is in the community, and the 5th house of the self, I am, all this energy is going to play out and is going to affect your Libra. So in this case, what is affecting Yoli? Your balance, your harmony, because so much is happening on the other side that is going to, and this is the energy of fire. What fires are you burning that is affecting your community or is affecting your feeling of balance and harmony and beauty? And this is for everybody. We are all transiting for the same energy of the too much fire and the other side of the axis trying to find the balance. So what are we using to find the balance? That's important, not for Yoli, is for everyone. When you have too much going on in one sign, in this case Aries, the other side is gonna be bombarded. It's just this is happening here, but the bombs affect the two sides, the axis.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it possible to, or do I have to wait?
What?
Because is it possible to ask a question now?
Of course, yes.
Is if these all the planets are in Aries right now, they are affecting everybody in the axis. So
Yes.
it's affecting everybody in the relationships. For
Yes.
me, well, only because I have it in the 11th house, is with my groups and all the things that personally I have related to my Libra in that 11th house.
Mm-hmm.
But it means that the way we are relating, that is the key word of Libra, the way we are relating is it has to change. So this is what you just said resonates, or is exactly what is happening, how we are relating ourselves right now with the planet, with our friends, with our family, the things that we are changing. The whole relationship thing is calling our I am to put all what the archetypes of the planets are telling us to do in areas,
Exactly.
right? Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
That's
very
why
nice.
that's why you see, because you know that the astrology is personal, but then you have astrology of the planet, of the country, of the city. So this same transit is happening in a global scale. You see the mess that is going on, the war, the verbal. Where is the Mercury? But anyway, the crazy like words that you can read or you can see, this is out of balance.
Yeah,
So,
Mercury is in Taurus right
okay,
now.
thank God. But yeah, because Taurus is trying to be more grounded and more balanced, but it was in Aries a few weeks ago. So everything is out of balance because Libra in your chart and in the planet is trying to find the harmony and the balance, but the mess or the bomb or the explosion is on the other side, that is Aries. It's a lot going on. We just had the transit of the Saturn and Neptune conjunct on the 0 degree of Aries. That's a big bang.
Yeah.
What is on the other side is Libra. So we are all going through a revalue about relationships, but we say relationships, and we just learned the relationship is a mirror. So again, what is happening is affecting the self, who we are as a country, who we are as a friend. In your case, because you have the Venus there, what are the values you are put to reflect on? What's your values, the learning of the values, and the use of the values, and it's going to be transformed. Whatever is happening in Aries in your chart, that area, and for you the creativity, what defines you, everything is changing. Everything is trying to find the harmony and the balance and the new you, because of the big bang that we just had on the 0 degree Aries a few months ago. I think it was February.
14th
So,
of February or something like that, or
yeah, something like that. But that's what's happening with the Libra
right.
energy.
Thank you.
That is justice, is harmony, is everything that we just talked before. So thank you for sharing your chart, Yoli.
Thank you for the opportunity.
I wanted to show exactly because you can see all this energy happening in Aries, affecting our relationships. It can be marriage. Also, you have the North Node there, so you came to learn through relationships and the values of the relationship.
Yeah. It's really amazing, because that all is at play right now with the groups, with the way I'm doing stuff, changing things, my relationship with my husband, everything. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. And here I put exactly what I just did with Yoli chart. You mix the astrology sign, you mix the 1, the 2, and the 3, and you mix it on the template that we did, and you come with the information that you need. Is balance, is war, is the I am. That, remember that she has the I am, the 5th house Aries, the I am of the Aries, and the I am of Leo in that other side of Leo, the other side of Libra. So it's a lot of information, I know, but this is my best to explain for you to use the tool. Now, this is another example. Constance, you also put your chart, but I use the ones that you sent me, the ones that I had already. So this one doesn't have the transits because we saw the transits on Yoli. So let's find the Libra here. Libra is right here, and for her is mostly on the 6th house. Again, we talk about 6th house or Virgo last meeting, and that's a Virgo. That's, if you remember what I just said before, is the discernment, is using the mind or the discernment to filter what is good for you, what is good for your body, what is good for your health. So all your energy of the Libra is going to be connected with your body. You're going to be tuned to exercise, to eat what is good for you, or because you have Saturn here, as you know, the second layer of the of the reading is the stuff that you are going to master, or you're going to have challenge. But where Saturn is a challenge because it's hard work. So for you, the house of work and health and routines is a challenge, but it's where you're going to find the harmony, and you're going to do your best to feel comfortable in that routines. It can be hard, but you're going to put the thinking of Libra that you know that is going to bring you health, and it's going to bring you balance, and your immune system is going to work, and it's going to be keeping you in balance with your health, with your body, with your work, with your routine. And again, if you go to the other side, that is Aries, you have it on your 12th house, that is the house of the spirituality and the house of the the subconscious. So all the planets, again, we know that we have so much going on in this area. It's going to be affecting all your beliefs, your thinking, your feelings, all the cellular memories for you. That is the 12th house. If you remember, that is where all the cellular memories, the unconscious, all the patterns from your family, from your DNA, all is happening in that level. Is cellular memory, is unconscious, and that is going to affect your body, or finding the balance in your body. You follow, Constance, what I'm saying? I don't know if it makes sense for you, but this is happening in your 12th house, going to the Libra on the other side, 6th house. So the key, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it seems complicated to me, so I'm trying to integrate it.
It is complicated because it's all subconscious stuff that you don't see or you don't know, that is going to come up on the body. It's like, remember the psychosomatic, how the psychosomatic? That is the 12th house and the 6th house. Whatever is stored in your cellular memory, now that it's having the big bang there, is gonna affect your routines, your body, your work as a Monday to Friday work, and your energy of Libra there, always trying to find the balance. And that's what means having the Libra there. Finding the balance in what you do, finding the beauty in what you do. Good luck. I'm gonna keep going. I have 5 more minutes, a little bit more. Let's see. Oops. It's no. Okay, this is an example. It's nobody. I just did it random, but I want just for you to see a different one. This is similar than Yoli because it's also the 11th house and the 5th house. So I already talked a little bit, but in this case, that this person has the moon. Having the moon in Libra, and let's say in the 11th house, this Libra needs, because where the moon is what you need to feel cope, to feel your feelings, to feel good, to feel nurturing, to feel love. You know, the moon needs all that to feel secure. So this person that is nobody, having the moon in Libra in the 11th house, it might need to feel welcome in communities, in friendships. It's going to be important to have friendships, very close friendships. You know, Libra is love, is relationship, is sharing, is connecting. So having in a friendship house and having the moon there, she's going to share all their deepest feelings with the friends to connect. That's what Libra is. It's me and the other. It's me and the mirror. And also it's going to use friendships to think, again, who I am. through friendships and through what this person feels. So you have two feminine energy, Venus, that is the ruler of Libra, and then you have the moon. So it's a very affectionate need. I need love, I need nurturing, I need harmony, I need contact, because this is community. So I need to put myself out there to feel connected and to feel love and to feel that I love you and I give you and all that. Any questions about this example? I'm going to say one more thing. So you see, on the other side of the Libra is the Aries, and this person has the Chiron in the other side. I never leave alone the other side of the axis, as you know. I repeated 2 million times. So this Chiron that is the wounded healer, that's the person's wound. And it's showing up on the other side, but affecting the Libra, because this is what is hurting me, and this is what I need. This is the definition of who I am is painful for me, because I love so much to be in groups and give and share and be social, that I need to do that, but I can blur myself if I don't work in who I am. What is going to define me? This person needs to work on the I am a lot to be able to work on the community or give the best in the community. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Now, this is mine, but I put it again with the transits. So you see my Aries is in the 7th house. And I put it because the 7th house is relationship and it's Libra. And all this explosion of energy and the Big Bang that I say is on Aries. And I also have the Chiron. But my Libra is in the definition of who I am. So I need to find the balance and the love and being able to see myself in others. And remember, this part is unconscious. So for me, and having Chiron here, it's very hard to see myself in others or see the beauty or see my own value, because Libra is Venus. Are my values, my own value, my personal value. Having Libra there is like the constant mirror that I'm trying to find, that is my painful side, because Chiron is there. And I have to work it out, work it out, work it out. And now that all these planets are in Aries, is the time to find my balance, or at least work on my balance, find my balance in myself to being able to relate to others in balance and in harmony and all that. Questions? I think I have.
Yes, I have one.
Yes.
So Barbara, is that similar to what you were saying about having your Chiron in your sign? What you just said about yourself, of having to find that spot that balances the, like the poison and the medicine almost. You have to find a
Yes.
balance there.
Yes, because not only that, there are so many aspects that you put in a reading, because my Chiron is in the 7th house of relationships. So my wound is finding the balance in who I am and who the other one is. So, like you say,
Okay.
it is
And
finding.
who you find who the other one is. Okay, sure, that makes sense to me. So I just want to add that my Chiron is in my sun sign. So in that case, I have to look at the aspects of my sun sign and know that that's going to be one of my biggest challenges to find my balance in there. Or not balance, but just to
No, it depends which sign,
myself,
what is your sign? What is your sign?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. So your Chiron is here. So this is, I say balance who I am because my Chiron is in Aries, but you have your Chiron in Sagittarius, so your wound is in a different concept. Your Chiron is going to be looking for truth, is going to be looking for expansion, and it also depends on which house it is. So in my case, it's looking for definition of who I am and finding the balance with the other because it's acting in this axis. My Chiron is here. Your Chiron is here in Sagittarius. So it's going to be a completely different reading. You see where your Chiron is in the sign that it is like you are working, your wound is in that sign or the characteristics of that sign. And if you have your sun there, sun and Chiron, it's even more, it's what defines you, who you are. It's not related to Aries, but it's related to your sun. I don't know if it makes sense. It's complicated because I don't want to talk about Leo, that is the sun, also the I am, so it's kind of too much.
Oh, I understand. Sure. Thank you. So thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. I hope that it answered a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So this is another example. Let me see what I have here because nobody else sent me the chart, so I'm going to use this one. Well, Libra in the 11th house. What happened? Everybody has a Libra in the 11th house. I use all that's the reason why. I didn't know that I choose all but I'm going to talk a little bit about each house, so maybe we can have more. Let me see this one. 5th house. Wow, this is almost the same. Yeah, almost. Okay, so I'm going to use this one as an example of I'm going to talk a little bit of each house. If you have Libra here in the 1st house, it's going to be finding the balance and finding who you are because it's in the 1st house, and the values and all the characteristics of the Libra that we say, balance, harmony, and using all that energy embedded the energy of who you
Barbara,
are. Yes.
Libra is in the 5th there. This
yes,
is,
but
this
yes,
is
but
Gemini. This is Gemini.
Yes, but what I say is I'm going to use this one to talk about each house.
Okay, so you're going house by house. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to use mine. Hold on. So it's not confusing. Because mine.
Or maybe that thing that you
here.
that you show me, that thing that you bought that you said, and you can go and move it.
This one, okay.
I think that would, because it's no
that would be better,
aspects. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So
okay. So I'm going to stop sharing because this is the last. Let me stop sharing. Now I forgot how to stop sharing. Okay, here we are. I was showing Yoli this one. Can you see?
Yes.
Hold on. Yes. I think the other one is too small, the one I have. So, okay. Can you see? This is 1st house.
Yes.
And this right here Where is it? This is Libra. No, I don't know if it's gonna work because this is Libra. No, I don't like this. Okay, there you are. Libra, this is the first house, second house, third house, because this is opposite of, and so on. So this is Libra. I'm gonna keep moving. If you have Libra here on the I am house, it's gonna be, remember, mix the energy. You have fire of the first house, who I am without conscious. It's like all the instincts. You're gonna put the energy of Libra on the first house, finding the balance and finding who I am with balance. Even I'm not conscious, even I'm impulsive, I'm gonna have the energy of the Libra in the definition of who I am. Like, it's helping because even the first house is not conscious, the opposite is being conscious and being in relationship. So for this person, relationship is going to be used as a mirror 200%, having the Libra in the first house. You define yourself of what you see in relationship. I don't know how to do this. I don't know. Let me see. No, I don't. Okay. Oh, okay. There you go. Second house, Libra on the second house. Second house is values, is Taurus, is the senses, is everything that we like, make us feel good. And if you have, and there is also ruled by Venus. So if you have two Venus, like Taurus Venus and Libra Venus, a person with the Libra in the second house is gonna be very beautiful. It's gonna be all about harmony, beauty, looking good, smelling good, eating good, giving good, because it's a relationship. So if you have someone has a Libra in the second house, is really good. And it's gonna be relationships. You know, the Taurus is very given, and it's having the Libra relationship there is gonna be a very connected, because it's Earth. It's gonna be a solid relationship. It's gonna try to do everything slow, solid, grounded, forever. Like Taurus, you know, they like to do stuff very ground. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing.
You're doing
I
okay.
I don't know. Can I just say it?
Yes,
Yes,
you
yes,
just
This is
say.
gonna take more time to.
We get the gist.
Yeah,
just say it.
it's more easy to use the picture.
Yeah.
Anyway, Libra in the third house. The third house is mind. Is Gemini. Is connected. Is my siblings also. Is the neighborhood. Is everything around me. Everything in my zone. So having Libra there is finding relationship or finding connections or balance through the mind, through what I like to study. It's going to be a person that, you know, is going to value everything that is talking, teaching. It's going to be a great. Fifi, where is your Libra? I know you are Libra. Where is your Libra?
In my fifth house.
Oh, you're also in the fifth house. So I did talk a little bit. I'm going to talk when I get to the fifth house again. So third house is also being reflected on my siblings, because the third house is siblings. Having Libra there, it might be a very loving relationship with the siblings or with the neighbor. It's going to be beautifying and finding the best place on earth being around you in your local area as a third house or Gemini. Libra on the fourth house is about family. It's going to be this person these persons that they get married, and the family is going to be present 200% again. The mother is going to be as important as the wife and the kids. is going to be a person that is very tuned and value the relationship with the family. So that's very important in Libra with in the fourth house, where family is key. Now Libra on the fifth house. The fifth house is the I am, and it's also creativity, and it's about who we are in our best shiny, because it's the house of the sun. So we're gonna expose ourselves as harmony, as beauty. Our creativity is gonna be all through the beauty of Libra and trying to give the best of you. Fifi, you are like that. That's what I always say, that your PDF and your presentation and your work is always in balance and beauty, and trying to find that harmony in what you do, in your creativity. Also, because the fifth house is kids, is having your kids, is your biggest creation. So you're gonna be a just mother, because Libra also try to find the balance. Is not overprotective. It's gonna be with discipline, like giving the just. Like I give you what you need, not too much. Like the immune system, it's gonna let in what is good, not everything. Not like the Libra in the fourth house, that is gonna be very, very like connected with the emotions and the feelings, and it's gonna put first the family, probably, because those are two energies that are very they embrace each other, the family with the loving of the Libra. So house number 6, I think one of you has a Libra in the 6th, is finding the balance and the beauty and the harmony. I think you, Constance, on the routines, on your health, on your work, trying to give and receive in balance. Seventh house is through relationship. Having Libra in the seventh house is really good for partnership, because it's always going to try to find balance and connection and give and receive equal in the marriage or in the partnership with the co-workers. So that's a very good position, because it's harmonious. It's in their own house, and those two energies are the same. They are similar. No, they are the same. Seventh house is Libra, and Libra is Libra, of course. So they both match, and they make a very balanced and loving, and a person that relationship is very important. But also is going to be a person that is going to have to work a lot on the self-definition, because there is so much energy in the relationships that the first house of the self, it can be a little bit complicated or challenging. So the eighth house is going to be finding balance or finding the beauty in letting go, or in the inner process of transformation, because the eighth house is transformation. So like I say before, after the seventh house and the immune system, or the balance of what we need or we let in to our lives, comes what we have to let go. So it might be a challenge for us Libra in the eighth house, because they tried so much to find the harmony even in the dark. So they're gonna try to find or hold on things even if they are painful. So the work with the Libra energy on the eighth house is gonna be a lot to find the balance on the dark or on the shadow. Remember one of the pictures that say, if you don't work in your shadow, you're gonna date it. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be a work on working in your shadow, or you're gonna double dating it, or you're gonna need always a mirror to work on your shadow. So that's pretty much the energy on the Libra on the eighth house. Libra on the ninth house, that is about expansion and it's about also truth, is perfect, because Libra is justice and is finding the balance, and Sagittarius is talking about the balance and talking. It's a very good position in the ninth house because they are both is fire and is air, but this is like make a flame to give, and like it's a perfect combination. It's gonna give Sagittarius all the air to expand and share the truth and share the beauty and see the best in everything. It's a very good position. In the 10th house, that is Capricorn, it's gonna be tough because it's about judgment. The Capricorn is tough and is a perfection. It's gonna be a perfectionist. It's gonna be self judgment and to let people in and out, people or everything, whatever you are letting in, even with this health, is gonna go through a test. It's gonna be through the details oriented or the focus oriented that is Capricorn. So it is a challenging position because for you to relate, you're gonna make an application. You're gonna make the person fill up an application and see if the person, have check marks. Yes. So trying to find the right partnership and the balance in the right partnership is gonna be through a very intense process. Then the Libra in the 11th house is about friendship, and also like Sagittarius is very giving and is very harmonious because it's about connecting, it's about sharing, it's about letting in and giving. That Libra loves that. Giving, again, finding the balance on the 5th house, that don't give too much. You know who you need in your 5th house to give yourself first, so you don't overgive or too much open on the friendships area or in the community, and you're not taking care of yourself. And the 12th house, like I think one of you had the 12th house Libra is again working and finding the balance and the beauty and the love and in all the stuff that is in your cellular memories or hidden, or the stuff that you cannot see. I always bring into the other side, that is Virgo, that is the 6th house, because that's where you are going to use it through your body. With the Libra in the 12th house, you're going to see the balance, or you're going to see the reflection on the world, on your body, and in your activities that you do daily, because that's where that balance is going to come up. I don't know if it's clear, but I don't think I made it too clear. And if you have the ascendant Libra, that's very important because it gives you, like I always use that example, the manual of the user. Your energy for your whole life is going to be through finding the balance. Whatever transit, whatever is going on, you have that book of you that is going to be, everything you do is going to go with that vocabulary. You're going to be about truth. You're going to be about justice. You're going to be about balance. You're going to be about love because it's Venus. And it's going to be about giving as well. So that's it. I hope it was useful.
Okay, so we start with the we start connecting actually what Barbara explained with these Libra energies and Venus and the element air with the immune system. This is my sign, so and my husband is Aries. So every time I connect with the energies, and when I put together these presentations, up to now is very personal because also there's all these transits on that axis and Aries, and therefore, like Barbara said, affect Libra. So we start with this sign that put us and connect us all together, and we're going to see that in the presentation. So this is just as I keep the same format, so bear with me. I start with this image because for me that's Venus, and the other side is Aries. So is Venus, which is Libra, and Aries, which is Mars. So I really like this image because it portrays the two energies that we're gonna see also in the immune system. The opposites complementary, how a connection between me and the other needs to be in balance so we don't attack or defend too much and then we keep destroying the system. So this is a phrase that Matias said, and I really liked it because we have this uh, preconception of what love is, and I really like the way he communicated here, which he said that love is not an emotion; it is the gravity that holds the system together, because that's what it keeps all the system working in harmony and balance. That gravity that sometimes we avoid because we have been hurt in our lives, our families, our ancestors, our memories from the past. And this is something that we are trying to, I think, as a collective, like Yoli was talking with Barbara about this axis and how this affects everybody. And we will see how these battles that we see now in the world are the internal battles, which is the immune system, how our inner cells are like us in this world, sometimes not recognizing the other as ourselves as part of our system, and we attack them, and we become a cancer, right? A cancer for the earth. So all these energies of Venus and Mars, the cosmic lovers, the cosmic balance, are talking about this alchemical marriage. This everything starts with a relationship of me and the other. If we don't have the other, we cannot really recognize, learn, heal many things, right? So Venus and Mars here are these energies that the astrology show us is the importance about having these two polarities of the beauty of the feminine and the masculine and the strength, and both of them need each other. So without Mars, Venus will become passive and loses her boundaries. But also without Venus, Mars will become destructive and lose his purpose. So this is the alchemical marriage. I think in astrology they have this, they always talk about these cosmic lovers. And also when I was putting this together, it came to my mind how in the many tales and many folk tales and stories, and they talk about the priestess and the warrior. It's funny because my husband, which is Aries, he was an ex-military, and I swear to me at one point that I will never date one, and I'm married to one because I understood, that we cannot be positioned in only one side, looking for beauty and balance and peace. We need to understand the other side, and this is where this balance and equilibrium and homeostasis make the world and our bodies and the universe evolve. So I just go, this is like the same template I use. So this is for you just to review it if you like later, but there's everything here Barbara talked about. So Libra is about balance. So the word is I balance, and all these energies, harmonious relation, very focused on relations, fair, beauty oriented, diplomatic, cooperative, undecisive sometimes, people pleasing, which is can be a negative thing, and I live that in my own skin. So these are questions like the basic questions that that Barbara was working on the chart. Here I just write the questions that Matias, I think, put on with, he presented the 12 systems, like how you can see which signs are more predominant, which are more weak. We also need to remember that on this 12 system, we need to observe the energies of the sign, on the space, and also on the time, on what time we are experiencing this. When you recognize your Libra or your Venus, and then you see your chart and you go more in depth, you can see if you are starting feeling that energies, which is expressing or experimenting, or you're already integrating or transcending that energies. But this is more deep. This is going like deeper. You need to start working a lot, also connecting with all these aspects of your chart. So this is the same chart that we have, so you can use it as a reference if you need. I like here, I'm very visual, as Barbara said, so I like to put also all these symbols that represent the planets, ruling planets of the sign. And yes, we are in the soul arch. This is the 7th house, immune. The person that we can probably trying to relate. I will not be just very limited on friend. I think you can use any person, but this was how Matias made the chart. And is the space is the air, and the time is the transcendence. So Libra here represents balance, relationship, harmony. It is the balance, yes, it is the scale. And as Barbara showed us, and I thought it was a really interesting, I never thought about it, is not a person, it's not an animal in the zodiac sign, it is a tool. And for me, putting these two people here in this tool, from my practice as a coach, as a spiritual practical coach, it has a lot of value. I feel like when I'm working with people, the part that I resonate the most is working in relationships, working on the emotions and that are connecting people, and therefore from that connection we can discover ourselves, we can like heal information, that we can rewrite information. So for me is key. The tool of me and the other in Libra, in the scale, in the balance, is how we also achieve the balance and the homeostasis in our body. And we will see how important is that, and how literally the immune system reflects this tool. So this is the tool, like I said, or the ability that we use as a tool to meet the other and yourself through the others, through the other or the others. I put this image that probably many of you are familiar with. This is the Book of the Dead from Egypt, because when I put together the presentation, sometimes I'm very intuitive and I have these images coming into my mind, and I was like, why I should put this here? And something was connecting with this, and maybe it's a nonsense. I would just share with you how I connect these energies of Libra, the balance, with this image. It was very interesting, first of all, because in the Book of Death, as many of you know, Anubis, which is the guardian of the underworld, which is Scorpio, which is the sign that comes after Libra, is the one that is here balancing, or like judging the heart and the feather. So the heart and the feather, I can see it in many ways: the masculine, the feminine, the me and the other, the part that is incoherent with the coherence. But the axis here, which represented by the balance, for me is the me and the other. Like in the zodiac chart, we have Libra, and then we have Scorpio, and after Scorpio we're gonna have Horus, right? We're gonna have Sagittarius. So in order to And we come here next to Anubis in the left side is also the person that is coming from me. I saw this like in evolution coming from Virgo. And now me and the other, how I work in myself without judging the other, right? Sometimes we get stuck in this part is where we emotionally cannot go further, we cannot forgive, we cannot understand what happened in relationship, not just with my partner, normally is the relationship with my parents, with my family, with my tree, with another person that that we kind of got stuck in some conflict. So when we balance this, when we understand, when we have comprehension, when we know how to let go, to be light, right? All this part that is heavy in the heart, we transit and have the feather. We become feathers. We take all this load out of that. We forgive ourselves, we love ourselves. When we become that, we can transit to the I'm guessing this is the transit, right? To see the light, to become more conscious. So the weight as light as a feather for me was that is meaning that the soul achieve the equilibrium of consciousness. So we are really like not judge, we are measuring coherence for what we truly are, because this is our hell. um, if we don't go through this process, and right now with all this big movement in areas, I see how important it is as a collective that we go through that, because this is the moment that if we want to do or give something to the world, we need to start working on these relationships. We need to start working with our past. We need to start working with our families, with our parents, with that relationship, because that will become that shadow, that mirror that Barbara was talking. We're gonna date that. We're gonna meet someone in the future that is gonna keep reflecting that conflict that we didn't observe, we didn't go through the lightning of the heart in order to just pass light, right? Pass like not heavy into the other side. So I really like this, and I've never seen this Book of the Dead the same way. It's just like this way, but I thought it was very connected to the systems that we're gonna talk right now. So the immune system is basically talking about identity recognition in relationship to the other. O sea, in relation to the other. So this is me and the other, right? It's the same thing. It's about trust or threat. It's the boundaries that we put in relationships. It's a balance between how I defend myself, like the cells, how the also read how they defend themselves versus how they open, right? They cooperate, and how they can recognize what is a real threat or what is not. Here, the element is air, and as a difference from Gemini air, this air in Libra is the intelligence that comes through words connecting to other people. This is what it lives between the communication with people, that balance, that conscious relationship in that communication. In the evolution of the arc of the soul, as I had the same image before when we talk about Virgo, because I like to see how this evolved. And in here, from Virgo to Libra, in this part of this journey, is when consciousness stops working only on itself and beginning to experience itself through others. So transforming that self-awareness into relational awareness. So in Virgo, we refine, we create boundaries with the integumentary system, which is the skin. And in Libra, now we ask ourselves, what is me and what is not me? Here is we learn to discern And we learn also separate why we need to let go then in the next sign, which is a Scorpio. So Virgo improve itself, and Libra discover how someone is, how I am through that relationship. So Libra is the mirror, is the I and is the you. I like this image because if you see, she is mirroring what he is mirroring here what she's doing, and then the opposite side, right? And and this is how sometimes when we are in relationships, some people tell us, oh, now that you are with this person, you look more like this person, you act with like this person, you talk like this person. And also this is very important because a lot of us, I think it happened to me being a Libra. I try to accommodate also the needs of the other. And sometimes you feel like you're losing yourself, right? And then at some point you ask yourself, who am I in this relationship? I don't want to lose myself. And actually, in a personal way, I can say that I end up relationship. I had two marriages previous this one, because I felt that I was losing myself in the relationship, that I wasn't me anymore. Um, and sometimes we feel we experience this, we feel afraid of that, and we close our hearts. But if we close our hearts, we really are limiting ourselves. We are like getting stuck again. We're not giving that opportunity of like recognizing what I need to work in myself, because it's kind of saying, okay, it's hurtful, I'm the victim, I don't want to have any relationship with anybody else. But until you realize that he was or she was the mirror to your own discovery, to your own healing, is when you really open up again. So your partner, your enemy, and your friend are parts of you, out of you, that are projecting the things that you need to work with yourself. They are literally part of your own creation. They are people that embody and showing you these things. When you can recognize that, you will, I think, be very grateful for the part that they're playing in this big movie that you are living. So the difference between medical astrology and biological and the 12 biological systems, I just put it here so you can, be aware what the medical astrology works in terms of the sign. So Libra here is skin, lower back, bladder, circulatory system, but for the 12 biological system of Matias is the immune system. So this in the biological system, of course, there is the system have a biological function as the symbolic one, and what this system does is basically keeping is our a protector, right? It's keeping the invaders out of our body. So in Virgo, you remember the integumentary system, which is the skin and other parts, but mostly the skin, was protecting ourselves from the external. So the immune system is that protector from the internal world. And for me, I always picture my cells and all my organs like a universe, like a world, right? So it's the internal protector. So it's keeping the invaders out of the body, defending against viruses, bacteria, infections, also limiting how much harm the invaders can do when they get inside the body, adapting to new challenges and threats, maintain inner balance, which is the homeostasis, which is the balance of the body, healing damage to your body as well. And in the symbolic function, because it's not very far from the biological one, is about the identity and relationship. Who am I? Who are you? Are you a threat to me? I should attack, I should defend myself, right? It's about boundaries with others. In one moment you say that's a limit, right? Trust versus threat, openness versus defense, and balance also in that connection. So here I in a very graphic way, I would like to for me it makes sense. So I'm also learning, right, about my biology and the connections with my practices about bioneuroemotions, and also the connection with how I experience my own life. uh, I put together these images of how the immune system really is in our body. So it's like a defense. One part is the defense inside us. There is like mostly the white blood cells are the ones that play this role. There is other parts, but mostly the white blood cells. So defense patrol is like the daily patrol. There is these cells that go around our body, around our system. So it's like the circulatory system, the lymphatic system. They are patrolling, that you see here, like the little guards patrolling to monitor the environment. See? So here on the defense side, we have also the skin, which is the barrier, but also the mucous membrane. Okay? Then we have the white blood cells that are scanning, which is the patrol. The recognition is looking the antigens to distinguish what is good cells and what are intruders. Then we have the other part that they play, which is the attack. So when an invader breaks through, the defense turns into aggressive, multi-layer attack. Here, the cells, there are these different type of white cells. Ones are the hunter cells. So they chase the invader. When they find that when they recognize there is like a threat or there is something harmful, they chase. Then they contain the invader, right? They put it inside, like they contain. I don't know if you've seen some people that have in the skin like this type of you have like a small infection, and then it become a ball that is really hard, and it just stay like that. Is because all the white cells go and trying to contain the threat, because it feels like it's an infection trying to attack the infection. And actually when you see that you have an infection, you have this white pus out there. These are the dead white cells. I imagine myself like a little bottle, like battle, right? Like a war in how they are little soldiers. Also, we have another cells that are neutralized invaders, and then there is like these special forces kind of cells that they are the ones that make the compromise like threat to self-destruct. This will lead us to the autoimmune diseases and also to cancer. The autoimmune diseases happen when our security system, so these cells, there is a glitch on that. So they cannot recognize the good cells versus the bad ones. What is a threat and what is not a threat. For me, it's the same way how we are as humans. Sometimes we think these people is the threat, and they start attacking each other, and they start killing each other. And this happen also inside our bodies. So it's when we have inside these battles that happen that can become also cancer. So I think there is many reasons, like why we face these diseases in our bodies. But I think it's very important to connect. For example, for me, just connecting that attacking versus defending, me and the other, one cell against the other, is through relationships. This immune system is a system that reflects really deeply our personal emotional relationships in our trees. And that's why I feel like a lot of people, when they're going through this process of cancer, they start doing all these healings, all of these deep healings with their trees, I think, with their family trees, with their systems. And I think that's very important. So yeah, here, so like it says here, that cancer is connected, how the immune system recognizes really, or fails to recognize what is self and what is becomes, not me. So biologically and symbolically, the point is to really connect with the coherence of we are one system. If I attack you, the system will die. you are not only dying yourself. If we are attacking ourselves as humans, the other one is not the only one dying. The whole system is affected. So I thought this portrays really what how Libra is the sign, the zodiac sign, and the energies for this system, for this immune system. So a little bit of like biology basics. I just write it down. What are the parts of the system, and that are a larger network of organs, white blood cells, proteins, and chemicals. And they are listed the parts of the system: the bone marrow, the thymus, the spleen, lymph nodes, tonsils, and then adenoids and white blood cells. I just listed here. So for you, if someone is connected to this system, resonating with this system, are facing any immune system disease or cancer, you can go over this, or any person, of course, in your family. So you want to go more in depth, so you can see how biologically and symbolically are each parts. But this is the part that are more connected to, which is the emotions. Anyways, like the biology part and the symbolic parts are like very connected. So they are the body is literal, like I said. So it shows us what the function of that parts are and how symbolically we live that. So the immune system is not only protecting you from the outside, it's constantly teaching you how to be yourself in relationships. It's like I was talking right when I show you that image with the mirror, how you sometimes feel like you're losing, like, what is my real identity? And now that I'm talking about identity, it comes to my mind also that axis, Libra Aries, who I am and what happens if I am with the other, right? The Aries is like, I am, I don't want to lose that. And how I balance to not lose myself when I'm in relationship to the others or the other. So here are some emotions that are connected to this system and some subjects. So if something resonates with you, that's the important thing. Not just, the information that resonates is the one that you need to probably observe it more in depth. So when you have that, or if you ever experience or you see that in other people or in your partner or your kids, identity and security, the fear of not belonging, this question that arises, or that phrase of like, I don't know who I am in relation to others. If you ever felt that you are becoming what any other person want to be, that is not you, can be a parent. Sometimes the parents, that's why I put that image here of the mom looking at the daughter and seeing in herself what she wanted to be, right? We project our dreams, our desires, of course, with the best intentions to our kids, but we kind of like don't we're trying to project that because we probably didn't fulfill that dream, but we are not observing the kids or your kids or the other as they are, right? It cannot be only parents, but it can be you with your partner, right? When you are like, oh, I wish he was like that, and you are projecting something that is not real. It's about seeing the person as he or she is. So here it arises confusion of identity, loss of yourself, or over adaptation. Like I was saying, sometimes you're trying to, like a Libra, I'm thinking, oh, that's okay, I'm flexible. If you want to go to the movies, but I want to go to the park, okay, that's fine. And then it happens again and again and again. And one day, I'm not doing anything that I want to do. And that then with the time can be very frustrating. But I realized that it was my responsibility to take care of that. Another thing that can rise with this is the emotional overload. So it's difficult to filtering experiences when you feel like everything is affecting you too much. It's like in an extreme, right? Because imagine someone that lost themselves in a way through the others, because like in my example, right, I was like, okay, 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 until one day you're like, boom. And then it's like too sensitive. Also, internal conflict about relationships, feeling overwhelmed by others. Here I feel like I put pictures of kids here because I felt that all of this has a moment of that this conflict start when you're a kid, right? When your environment, and also of course information that you inherited from your family. But when a kid is around a relationship, and when I'm in my practices, when I'm in the doing the bioneuroemotion, I ask the person like how this conflict or whatever we're talking about was lived in between your parents. How was what you observe, what you hear, what you see, because we are like kids are sponges, and this uh limit us, like not limit us, like shape us in many different ways. And then or we repeat it, or we don't know how to process these conflicts when we see it again, right? Also feeling that feeling of being in a defensive way, like defensive reaction, feeling attacked or hyper vigilance, when you feel like you need to defend yourself constantly. This is talking also about the immune system, right? Like some of them are the patrol that are looking around, and the other ones are the defending. So if you feel like you have that feeling or that sensation, and maybe nothing happened to you in any relationship, but you need to observe, and it's important to go deep into the subconscious with the practice of bioneuroemotion or other practices that make you go to where this feeling start, right? And well, the last one is like the feel also that what comes from the outside is dangerous, like a conflict of this external environment, of fear of what is new, what can come. So bioneuroemotion, we talk about the perception of the beliefs that we have are the ones that are going to shape also our emotions, our way of like boarding different situations, and this of course will affect our biology. And because I always trying to connect some questions that are related to the system and the energies, I just put here some questions that can be, like I said, always if something resonates with you, take a note, observe it. So some questions that are related to the energies of these systems and the energies of Libra can be on from the bioneuroemotion scope. Is this a real threat, or this is my interpretation? Because sometimes it's like, okay, we live the way we are, right? The information that we are, we projected out there, and we need to be aware that sometimes is the interpretation that we give to certain situation is not actual threat, but it's how I interpret that makes it a threat to me. Who am I when I'm with others? Do I feel that I can remain myself in relationships, like I talk? In which situations do I feel that I lose myself? What boundaries have I not expressed clearly? What does rejection mean to me? This is another thing important, what it means to me being rejected. Not for everybody, everything means the same. So it's very important to observe it. How do I react when I feel misunderstood? And there is many. And like bioneuroemotion, we go on the different levels of the conflict, how the perceptions that we have, and how we got stuck in one conflict, and that's why we cannot see further. This help us go through questions and the methodology to see what is beyond that, how we are connected to that information of our family as well, and how also it's affecting how we express and how we live our lives with others. So it's very important, I think, in this moment to take care of this stacking moments and emotions to really look forward and going forward with our own projects that are our soul projects, right? So if in the past I felt and I have this probably belief of I got hurt in a relationship, so I cannot trust people. Probably you heard that from your mom or your dad, or like you experience that and you become a belief because you repeat it too much. Then you need to work on that. To This is your perception, so you work on that, and then when you start taking consciousness where this started, what is the conflict mean to myself, my tree, how this was a useful tool to that conflict, and we can see the other side and make our allies. We can not stop probably this war, right? And we start seeing the other as the person that is helping me rather than trying to harm me. So the new self, after like we work with that, is the change of perception, the change of the way I've seen something, and now I can say the opposite. I can say that I am safe, my relationships are not a threat to my own identity. But this started always with self-work, and I think that all these tools that we have now with Matias and other people, and many, Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, that I really love, that we study here also in the Bioneuroemocion, that he was saying that the moment that you change really your perception is the moment that you rewrite your chemistry in your body. So for this system, the space is Libra, like I said. So in that space connected to that Libra air element, you can ask yourself in what circumstances you live that energy. Be with others without losing yourself, saying yes without abandoning your truth, or saying no without breaking connection. In the same way, in what time you're living this, and in which person or friend, I would say like partner, the other, you can observe this energy or these conflicts, and you can relate to that and then observe it. On the transgenerational patterns, because we always work with the tree and with information that the tree have. Oh, this music, sorry, I just forgot to move it. So we have here some questions that we can ask relating to this the system. Who in my family had to defend themselves constantly?
The music is in the background. Sorry, Fifi. There you
go. It's like, oh, I was saying I forgot to take it off. So who in my family had to defend themselves constantly? Sometimes we inherit that stress, that emotion of families that live in wars, and like, not only our grandfathers, maybe our great grandfathers, and that emotion passes through the generations because nobody really healed it, right? Nobody put consciousness, and nobody was able to experience it in a different way and integrate it and transcend it. So that's why we keep repeating patterns from our tree, because someone in the tree needs to observe it and abort it with consciousness. Another question that can arise is, who experienced betrayal? Yes, Barbara. Barbara, you have your raised hand. You want to say something?
Yes. I was muted. I wanted to add that we are in between the generation that we have Pluto in Libra and we have Chiron in Aries from 1968 to 1984. So it's mostly all of us. And we are going through this definition and that issue of self-value, who we are, relationships, and it's showing in every aspect, the work, personal, in marriage, and with the kids. So our generation is going through a very intense period. And the what is helping us, that's what in astrology is really good right now, that reset that we have in Aries on the definition of who we are, with the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune. That was the reset and a big help for all the generation from the 68 to the 84, dealing with those two things that are the Libra and the Aries energy, the transformation and the wound of who we are and who the other is, and the limits and all that generational. That.
Yes, thank you. And what you are saying, like, I feel it the same way. I feel resonated with that. That's why we have now so many tools. I feel like Matias, like he was saying, we have these 2 years of alchemy, these 2 years of like really observing, doing whatever we need to do to abort, like take look at these shadows, not just mine but my family's, like going in depth of there in depth, even if it's really painful, because we are in this moment. This is very important. I feel like there is no coincidence, there is no randomness on all these new and so many tools. It's like you cannot say you cannot access to something like Bioneuroemocion, like coaching, like anything, like from the spiritual part to the emotional to like the practical. There is so many tools now that we need to just take consciousness that we need to do it. Like is we are here representing our tree because we have that tools emotionally, we have that consciousness to really take care of that. So I think that's very powerful. This is, well, like the music again. Sorry. On the practice, this is how I almost end this. I just put here like some practices that you can use for these energies of this system, the self versus the other, which is the clear identity in relationships. You can we're gonna do a little closing meditation at the end, but I put this so if you resonate with this, if you ever seen yourself in this position, you would like to do that meditation, connecting with that intention of honoring yourself, honoring who you are, and release what is not yours. Also, if you experience ever that boundaries, there's healthy boundaries, you couldn't say no because you were probably too Libra, thinking about the other. That's not beneficial to anybody, not to you, not to the other, because when you don't say no, the other person also is positioning in a way in another extreme that is not healthy for them. So no, no, that doesn't work for me. Practicing that, I needed to do it in my life. It was uncomfortable in the beginning, but the more I took consciousness and I healed myself, I connected with my tree, and I start like responsibly taking decisions, and changing the perspective of the victim to like I am the creator of my life and this is what I'm creating. And if I have this and I had this father, this mother, and this family, it's because I have that strength and that light in me that I can take care of all this that is heavy on me, that was heavy on them probably, but I choose this. Um, so one of these phrases that we can work, if you feel it when we are like in this meditation, is like in every interactions, I choose the balance. Where I am fully me, I still connected to you. So in this part, we can. I invite you to also close your eyes if you feel, or put yourself in a position that you can connect to your body. We are gonna connect deeply with ourselves. I start this meditation in consciousness, saying that I can open to others without losing myself. And I can return to myself without closing my heart. Every word that I say right now, every cell in my body is listening. I am the divinity of these cells, and I hear every single one of them. And as this divinity, I give you all this open heart transmitting you that message. We are a system. There is no threat that we cannot abort as unity. I embrace you like you embrace me. I recognize you like you recognize me. I honor you like you honor me. I forgive you like I forgive myself. We are a system in evolution. I am grateful for everything that we as a system experience in this life, as this body, connected to these emotions of the soul, connection that is completed with our universe, our mind. And from this unity, with this wholeness, I am whole. Thank you, each of you that is here present, for being a reflection of myself, for being the other of myself, for showing me the part that I need to complete, integrate, love, respect, value. Thank you for being my shadow. Thank you for being my light. Thank you.
Thank you, Fifi.